storied venues in college football. Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Here in South Bend, this is one of the most revered college campuses and college football shrines. You know, touchdown Jesus, all of the excitement at Notre Dame Stadium. You hear the echoes of the Irish every time you step on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Daniels. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Out wide left, it's Becker. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Now on first down from the 28. Fresh set of downs going up top. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Indiana!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Running inside, it's Williams. There he goes! Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. Got his man. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decide.
There he goes to the right. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Into the end zone with a breakaway score. The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is good.
Offense will take that. 3-5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off on the ground with a 58-yarder for 6. Fielded in the end zone, it's Daniels. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. snap on first down, wants to throw. Right side, it's Wesco. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Let's step back here and look at the big picture for Indiana. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB in this one. Put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
Out wide right, it's Richard. Oh, he's got some space. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Hoosiers have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on first. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play. Just gave up a big completion down the field. That's not going to happen again. That's not happening on my watch. Right away, that D lineman decides to go after the QB, and he makes a big play.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Quickly to the tight end. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
Fresh center down's going to the air. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Turning it on. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them. And it's a seam wide open. He is in. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time, they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sidelines going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
Coming out with it, it's Daniels. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Hits inside, it's Richard. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They're going to mark him down, and where that spot is looks as if it's going to be just a hair short of the first down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, fourth down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Quick give. It's Richard. Plows through the defense. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job of the base defense making a play.
And he can make things happen, too. It's so important now. You see this all the time in college football. Running back by committee. This team has a lot of talent. They are a loaded backfield, and it's good to see this backup now getting some run in this game.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Hoosiers want to move quickly.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The offense just continues to matriculate the ball downfield, and they're finding a lot of different ways to generate these first downs. They do it right there on the quarterback sneak.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Marsh. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. The Hoosiers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Caught. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. And the Hoosiers line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Richard. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Looking for the tie with the extra point. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give is to Williams. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, in the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow, the confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal, the rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Quarterback changing the play. From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. They get to him as he throws.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Escapes the pressure going right. Got out of trouble and throws. Right side, it's Marsh. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Richard.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Out wide right, it's Barker. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Turns it upfield. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
And that's an interesting choice for this offense, and specifically for the quarterback, man. 4th down, throwing the ball underneath the stick. When you're not getting a 1st down, you got to put that ball on the money, have your guy with some open space so he can run. Defense was all over that drag route. They broke on the football, no space, nowhere to go, forcing the 4th down.
Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. The Hoosiers take their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Hoosiers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Drops back on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. Breaks into the open. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Well, it's no wonder this quarterback is getting more and more confident. Not necessarily throwing it, but I think running it. We saw that earlier in this drive, too. On that last play, he's thinking to himself, man, it's been working for me so far. Every time I just tuck it, take off scrambling, something good seems to happen. So that's not going to stop. And I think moving forward, this defense has got to expect him to scramble more often.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little kick route, try to get my guy open.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Bought a little time, lets it go. Reels it in. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 9 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Buckeyes coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. It brings them to 2-2 on the season following a big road win. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
I can imagine at half, this defense was like, all right, we've got to stop the running game. He's gotten too many yards. What do they do on the first drive now? They give him the football, and he makes another big gain. This defense has to find some answers.
Snags it, and there's running room. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Got it in the middle. It's Flanagan. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Here's Carr to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They take the lead here in the second half. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he made the extra point without problem. From deep, it's Daniels. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Now they'll try to answer that opening scoring drive here in the second half. Grabbed over the middle. It's shot. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. They'll need a bunch on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Becker.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. The penalty pushes the offense back for this second down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And he gets it away.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He makes a catch. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Quarterback keeps it. There he goes. At the 30. Ripping through the defense. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. He'll bring it out. It's Barres. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. A quick pass to the left. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. He spins that thing down the middle. Intercepted deep in his own end. He'll try to take it back. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. A 1st down for the offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield. It's Becker. On the move at the 30. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Indiana! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing, Carr. In traffic, it's Porter. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Makes the grab. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job of it.
End off from the shotgun. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you wanted. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them. And
they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. We reached the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Quick give. And he's brought down after a short gain. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? He's changing the play. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right?
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the 4th quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that 4th down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the 1st on the ground like that.
They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Rashad Downs going up top. Looking to the big tight end. Right side, it's shot. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Defense all over it.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Now hits it, it's Richard. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And, man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running.
He wants to go deep. Leap and grab for a big gain. Took it all the way to the 36-yard line, and he flipped the field in an instant. Back to throw, it's Carr. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Give up some yardage. They've given up some plays. No big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Trying to escape and get it himself. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Here's Carr to throw. He lets it fly. Picked off to stop the threat. Going the other way, and he's got room. Returns it all the way back to the 23-yard line, and the defense gets a turnover. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The run inside. It's Richard.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that
Open field on the right. Brought down after a big run, and that is the way to put an exclamation point on this one. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in, because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.